Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the 2024 NBA season, and wow, what a year. It was just absolutely chaotic, totally captivating, and filled with moments that went viral for, every reason you can imagine, from breathtaking skill to just outright brawls.
This single kind of stunned reaction from a broadcast, it just perfectly captures the feeling of this whole season. It was one of those years, right? Filled with moments that made you just stop, hit rewind, and ask that exact same question.
Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. I'm talking about those moments of just sheer unbelievable skill. The plays that really define a season and left all of us completely speechless.
I mean, this wasn't just another game winner. This was a straight-up work of art from Kyrie Irving. Think about this. A running, left-handed hook shot over a defender at the buzzer, it just seemed to defy the laws of physics. It was absolutely absurd.
Honestly, that was the only way you could react. Nikola Jokic, a 7-foot center, just launches this wild, off-balance three-pointer from way, way downtown to beat the Warriors. It's the kind of shot that, let's be real, simply should not have gone in.
And right when you think, okay, I've seen it all, Max Strus from the Cavaliers just heaves a prayer from beyond half court and banks it in at the buzzer for the win. It was just pure, total disbelief.
And seriously, the list just goes on and on. The whole season was just packed with these heart-stopping endings. I mean, you had DeJounte Murray being basically automatic for the Hawks. You had Bam Adebayo hitting the stunning game-winning three. Heroes were just made in those final seconds, time and time again.
But hey, it wasn't just about those single explosive plays. This season was also about rewriting the history books. We're talking about players reaching milestones that, well, they might never be seen again.
And of course, we have to start with LeBron James. I mean, after 21 seasons of just sustained excellence, he reached a summit that a lot of people thought was just flat out impossible in the modern game.
Yup, 40,000 career points. It's just a staggering number, right? It represents this incredible longevity, this unbelievable consistency, and a level of greatness that has literally spanned multiple generations of NBA players.
And then over in Milwaukee, you had Giannis Antetokounmpo delivering a performance of just pure dominance. He literally etched his name into his team's history books with one unforgettable record-breaking night. He dropped a staggering 64 points. And then, in this really bizarre twist, his historic performance was immediately followed by this weird post-game drama about who got to keep the actual game ball. You can't make this stuff up.
And you'd think that's the peak, right? Nope. Not to be outdone, Luka Doncic comes along and delivers one of the most incredible offensive explosions the league has ever seen. He dropped 73 points on the Hawks. Just a truly, truly historic scoring display.
Okay, so that's the brilliance. But this season wasn't just about that. It was also defined by those moments when the intense competition, well, it just boiled over into raw, unfiltered conflict.
So to really get what's happening in these moments, you have to understand the ref's main tool for controlling a game's intensity, the technical foul. It's simple. Get 2 of them, and your night is over. And trust me, we saw plenty handed out this season.
Just take the brawl between the Warriors and the Timberwolves, for example. It's a perfect case study in how quickly things can explode. It starts with some simple jersey grabbing, right? But then, in a matter of seconds, it escalates into this full-on fracas, and it all ends with Draymond Green's now infamous headlock.
And look, this was not an isolated incident. Not at all. These kinds of altercations were a theme all season long. You had Isaiah Stewart and Brandon Miller repeatedly going at it. You had Grant Williams sparking a standoff with Kevin Durant. And there was just this constant stream of players and coaches getting tossed from games.
But if there's one player who more than anyone else really seemed to embody this season's dual nature, that mix of incredible skill and volatile conflict, it had to be Draymond Green.
It's like there are two sides to him, right? On one hand, he is a basketball genius, a great passer, the defensive anchor of a dynasty. But on the other hand, his actions on the court led to some of the season's biggest, most talked about controversies.
I mean, you can literally map his season out not by games, but by these major incidents. You go from the headlock on Gober in November to the strike on Nurkic in December. These actions led to significant suspensions that pretty much completely defined his year.
And of course, the drama didn't just stay on the court. No way. It spilled right over into post-game interviews with players like Nurkic making their feelings crystal clear. And that just fueled this personal rivalry that became a huge storyline every single time they matched up.
So,
When you put it all together, the breathtaking brilliance and the heated brawls, what does it actually tell us? What is it about all this that we, as fans, find so compelling?
This whole season really forces us to ask that question, right? What do we actually value more in our sports entertainment? Is it the absolute peak of athletic achievement, like, a record-breaking scoring night? Or is it the raw, unscripted emotion of human conflict?
When you look back, the most viral moments were really a mix of both. And that mix created this constant, unpredictable stream of must-see clips that just dominated social media, our group chats, everything, all season long. It was a season you just could not look away from.
And maybe that's the big takeaway, right? As the line between sport and entertainment continues to blur, it leaves us with this one provocative question. In an era of endless viral clips, is all drama good drama?